Whoever touches me gently shall know the joys of eternal love. But he who treats me roughly shall feel the lightning of the gods upon them. The first strike will only admonish. The second will hurl them to the ground, and the third shall punish.
Professor! Professor! Oh, at last you're back again. Thank heaven. I was so worried I called the airport 3 times to know what the weather conditions were. Don't you know you cannot trust the sea? Oh, I remember 2 years ago. It was a perfectly clear day and the sea was very calm. And suddenly, in 10 minutes, everything went wrong. And the sea got terribly rough. And a hurricane came up of nowhere. Oh, it was awful.
Hey, Professor.
Yeah?
I don't think I've ever seen such an enormous grouper.
Beautiful fish. Too bad it got away.
And to think it was only 5 feet away. How could I have missed it?
It couldn't miss you either, especially if it had a harpoon. Go to change, for God's sake. Morning.
Good morning.
I never eat flowers. Any mail?
All bills and pamphlets. They sent Time magazine today.
Give me that Time magazine, Fernand.
Here it is.
Okay. What are you doing here?
You need a cab today?
I'll call you if I need a cab. Go get the film developed, for God's sake. What do you have on the menu?
Fish. Grilled and sliced. And with my very famous herb sauce.
What fish?
Grouper.
Oh, no thanks, Fernand. I'm not hungry today.
Why not?
Well, for the sake of the fish.
I don't understand.
And neither do I. But like I say, no grouper today.
It's not a hotel. It's a madhouse.
Fernand!
What is it, Professor?
Where's Simon?
He just left.
Why?
You told him to develop the film.
Why does he always have to do what I say? I'm in a hurry.
I'm not through. I'm just preparing you a nice omelet.
I can't eat now, Fernand.
Oh, Professor, why don't you tell me exactly what you want for lunch?
The only thing I want is a cab. Bonjour.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Clementi. We sent Time magazine to your hotel.
Oh, yeah. I got it, yes. Listen, I saw a book yesterday. One on the Etruscans.
Yes, the Lost Civilization. I think I still have a copy.
Yeah?
Not bad.
Mr. Clementi, the last copy. They're selling like hotcakes. It isn't cheap either.
Thank you. Yeah, it's perfect. Put it on the account. I'm sure that it's worth the price. Thank you. Take me back to Fernand's place. Hurry, for God's sake.
What are you doing here?
The boss told me to wait for him.
Oh, Professor, at last. I'm glad you're here. I saved you the last plate of spaghetti.
I'll grab a sandwich on the plane. I'm catching the first flight to London.
Damn it all.
International Lloyd's.
Mr. Winterbottom, please.
What a surprise. I can't believe it. Whatever induced you to pay us a visit without being called?
Well, this time I took the initiative. After reading a bit of news in Time magazine, sir. Have a look.
Well, what's strange about that? It's a pop-up.
Sorry, sir. It's here.
Etruscan art in Texas, The Laughing Girl, part of Jim Carson's private collection. Well, there's no doubt that it's the same piece. So what?
According to Time magazine, it's in Texas. Now read the book.
The Laughing Girl, priceless masterpiece of ancient Greek art, nearly 20 centimeters high, is by the ancient Greek artist Cherinos.
Read the rest.
For over 200 years, it has been the property of the feudal lords of Roccaferro, Italy. How can it be in Houston?
Good point.
How do we fit in?
We fit in to the tune of 800,000 pounds.
800,000 pounds? Good Lord, do you mean to say we've insured this thing?
Roccaferro policy, Mr. Winterbottom. The entire collection is covered against fire, theft, and vandalism for $4 million. And the girl for 800,000.
Ah, yes. Now I remember. A high-risk policy that we agreed upon for the prestige.
And money. The prince pays a handsome yearly premium. But that's not the only problem. The other one is insured, too, for $1.5 million.
Probably by some Mickey Mouse outfit.
Do you consider general insurance a Mickey Mouse outfit?
General insurance? Of course not. It's a giant.
Fortunately, neither party reported theft. In here, it clearly states that the statue is in its place in Roccaferro Museum. But Time maintains it's in Houston. How do you explain it?
I'll tell you how, Jack, old boy. The one in Houston is a fake. Jim Carson got ripped off.
Hold on. I called the general insurance man in Houston. He's a real nitpicker. Before issuing the policy, he had the statue examined by one of America's top experts. He made a study with the most advanced scientific test, and he guarantees its authenticity.
Then the one in Roccaferro is a fake.
Well, that's about the size of it.
Uh-huh. So it's an original that's been stolen. Oh, well, too bad for them. They haven't made any claim yet.
But they could do that any moment, especially after this article. One way or another, they are sure to make some sort of move. Whoever has the fake will claim that the original was stolen and substituted with a fake.
You get along to this wretched castle and see for yourself, without arousing the prince's suspicions, of course.
Indubitably. Take me to the police department, please.
Yes, sir.
Come in. Oh, no. Hold it right there. Have you come here to make trouble again?
What kind of a way is this to greet a friend?
Sit down. With a friend like you, who needs enemies?
Take it easy. I'm here for a real simple job. A piece of cake.
And you want my help, right?
Yep. Let's get to the point. I need some information about the Prince of Roccaferro.
Information on whom?
Prince Don Pietro Roccaferro.
Oh, I'll give you some information about the prince. He's the closest friend of the chief of police.
He's your boss's pal?
That's right. Every time he can, he runs off to hunt wild boar with Don Pietro. And is there anything else you want to know?
Well, not right now. I wanted some information from you, and you gave it to me. There's no reason to get uptight about it.
Who's getting uptight? Let me give you some advice, mister. Stay away from Don Pietro. Otherwise, I'll throw you in the slammer.
Wait a moment here. The prince is one of Lloyd's best clients. I don't want to hassle him. I only want to check out his security system, that's all.
Oh. If it's only something simple as that, why do you need information?
Because I don't know the guy. I want to know him better.
Oh, well, he's not an easy man, but he's a true gentleman.
That's all I wanted to know.
You know how many I've driven out to the Roccaferro Castle? Thousands. Archaeologists, Americans, all kinds of experts. Yeah, once there was even an African prince. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, you new to these parts?
Yeah.
You staying at the prince's castle?
No. Actually, I'm looking for someplace cheap. Maybe you can help. It's been a while since I was in the country. I forgot what trees look like.
It's okay, sure. But the real treasure in this place is buried underground. You know, ancient artifacts, pottery, jewelry, all kinds of stuff.
Please.
Let's stop, okay?
What are you doing now? Leave me alone.
are you doing? How dare you interfere?
Get down from that horse and I'll show you. You, beat it.
What do you want to get involved for?
Who are they?
Who were they? Around here, there's a lot of poor saps who deserve a good beating.
I only saw one poor sap getting beaten. The rest were doing the beating.
Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter much what you and me think about it. All those guys there, they work for the prince. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Enough to bring tears to a grown man's eyes. Hunter's Inn's up that way, but you'll have to walk up there because the road doesn't go any further.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Morning.
Morning. I was told I'd be able to find a room here.
Well, we're a little crowded, but I think I can make you happy. Let me take your bag.
Thank you.
Beautiful weather we're having, isn't it?
Yeah. Your ham's made of wild boar, if I'm not mistaken.
This you bet your booties. Take a look at that skin. Well, you can make shoes from that skin, nice and firm like it's supposed to be. Yeah, you could make shoes out of that skin.
If you don't mind, I want to eat it, not wear it.
And homemade bread. Try some of this bread with the ham. You've never eaten anything like this before. You ever seen anything like this before?
Thank God the bread and the ham agree with each other. You can't say the same for the people around here. I saw 4 men on horseback beating up on some poor sucker today out there in the woods. God only knows why.
Today there's rotten eggs everywhere you go. You a tourist here?
Nope. I'm just interested in Etruscan civilization, especially the artifacts. Roccaferro seemed like a nice place to come.
Ah, you got that right, my friend. Only now they've dug and dug and dug it up so much it's beginning to look like a piece of Swiss cheese.
Thieves, that it?
Hey, call it what you want, but a lot of folks have gotten rich here. There's nothing left nowadays.
What a shame. I was hoping to take home a souvenir.
Well, there are plenty of fakes around. All you want.
Fake stuff? Why would I want a fake? How about this? If you want to sell it, I'll buy it off you.
Horse of another color. I guarantee this picture's the real thing. I dug it up with my own hands years ago.
Well, my offer stands. Let me know if you want to
I'll
take me
think
up
about
on it.
Ah, Mr. Vasco, how are you? This evening, I have a lamb that's superb.
Who's he?
I don't know. I can't quite figure him out.
You feel like talking?
Do we know each other?
What do you mean?
I didn't ask you to sit here.
We're not so big on formality around here.
I can see that.
Besides, no one invited you either, back there in the woods.
What do you want?
Just to let you know how we like things in Roccaferro. We don't like strangers until we know what they're here for.
I'm a tourist. It's not against the law. Or am I wrong?
No, not at all. We like tourists. They bring money to the town. Most of all, we like them when they're polite and they mind their own business. This guy you were defending today, he's a tomb robber. His name is Raskia. We don't like vagabonds and thieves around here.
I'm not one or the other. I'm a businessman on vacation.
By the way, my name's Vasco.
Mine's Jack.
Jack. We'll become friends some other time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm afraid the shop's a little small.
It's me that's too big. Can I take a look around?
Certainly.
It's a nice weapon. Just a little heavy.
It's a very popular model around here. A powerful gun. Buckshot. You know, we're famous for wild boar hunting around here.
Yeah? I wouldn't have any idea what to do with this weapon.
Are you a member of the Prince's hunting party?
Nope. I'm in the market for a rare artifact.
We're famous for those, too. But I don't have any here.
Somebody told me you're an authority in that field.
And who told you that?
A little bird. Is that right?
Of course I know about those things. I was born right in the middle of the Etruscans. Here, certain things are handed down from one generation to the next.
So the tip was right, huh?
Only partly right, I'm afraid. I haven't dealt with that kind of merchandise for quite a while now. Not much choice. Go out to the countryside. You will see more cops than weeds out there. Now that there's nothing left underground, they've decided to step up security. Believe me, the days of finding rare artifacts are over.
Anyway, if you find somebody around here working in that business, send them to me. I'm staying in the Hunter's Inn here, and if it's first-class stuff, the money is no problem. I've got a lot of clients in New York, Paris, London. A lot of money, and no questions asked. Goodbye, my dear.
Excuse me, darling. I have to pick up some cigars.
I don't know if I'll excuse you. Seeing how much your cigars stink.
They don't stink. They smell.
It's on the house.
And you call these cigars? Well, straw, that's what they are.
Your Excellency, I was assured this is the finest aged tobacco.
Aged my foot. These are common second-rate Tuscan cigars. If one were to age them, they'd fill up with worms.
The gentleman is right. May I?
Certainly.
It doesn't crackle. It doesn't sing. When a Tuscan cigar doesn't sing, it's like a Chianti wine without a bouquet.
There is a great difference between aged and old. This, at best, is old.
Mm-hmm. Well said. If you'll allow me, I'll explain why the Tuscan cigar isn't worth anything. Because it's made in Florence.
And where, then, should a Tuscan cigar come from?
Well, to be perfect, the leaf must mature under the burning sun. It's a sun we find only in the south.
Why, I didn't know about that, did you?
No, I never knew that, to tell the truth. Well, 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 you learn something new every day. Next time, I'll have to order them from somewhere else, from the Sahara. What more can I do, Prince?
Huh? Did you say Prince? I have the honor of speaking with the Prince of Roccaferro. Forgive me. Let me introduce myself, Jack Clementi.
How do you do?
How do you do? Madam, Jack Clementi. I never dreamed I'd meet you. Really. May I offer you a glass of wine? And I hope it's better than the cigars.
Actually, my men are waiting outside for me.
Well, I extend my offer to them, too.
Oh, it doesn't matter. If they don't see me come out, they'll come in.
Please.
It's rare to see a strange face around here, out of season. At most, we have visitors on Sundays. They come here to hunt the wild boar. Are you a hunter?
A hunter? No, absolutely not. I'm against hunting, especially the way it's done in these parts.
And what's wrong with the way we hunt here?
Well, I read an article about it once, and it's enough to convince me. The beaters are sent out to terrorize the poor beast and push it into the open. Is this sport for you?
Naturally. I'd like to see you face to face with a half-ton beast charging at you at 60 miles an hour. Why, I've seen so-called brave men piss in their pants.
I'm sorry, Prince. The poor beast is given no possibility to escape.
Enough. Keep your opinion and I keep mine. Angela, goodbye. And thanks for the wine.
You're welcome.
Hey, you.
Yeah?
You can't park in here. You need a permit.
Where do I put it?
You don't. Why are you here?
To see the museum. I don't see any reason why I can't park here.
Let him by.
The museum is always open for you.
Thanks.
Hey, Jack. You look like a real tourist. Come to see the museum, camera and everything.
I want to get a couple of pictures.
You better keep an eye on him. There's something about him that doesn't convince me. I want to see if he really is a tourist.
Good day, sir. Would you like a catalog?
She's quite beautiful, that little girl. There's no doubt about that. She's not in bad shape for being 2,400 years old, eh? Excuse me. My name is Volterra, Leo Volterra.
Jack Clementi.
I'm a great fan of this child. It's a pity that the public knows so little about her.
It's not surprising, since she's locked up in a museum.
You know that, too. Yes, the prince is a very special person.
Yeah, a nice guy, but I'm not so sure about his men.
Ah, yes, they are a little bit rough, especially for those who aren't used to them. But they protect the statuary, and I can forgive them an occasional slip.
I don't think it's the best way to display these objects. They ought to be behind plate glass.
Just try putting out your hand, and right away a bell goes off. It's an ultra-modern system. Each piece is surrounded by an electromagnetic field.
Well, the prince isn't exactly anyone's fool.
It was set up by Vasco, the head of security here.
You are an expert on Etruscan art?
Modestly speaking, even if the word expert always makes me laugh. But I am the best in my field.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about it.
But it interests you quite a lot, so I have been told.
By whom?
Let's call her a mutual friend.
Oh, yes, the girl at the gun shop. Right. If you're free, why don't you come to my hotel tonight for dinner? So I can take a crash course in Etruscan art.
It's not necessary. Chiara told me what you're looking for. Sorry, but I don't have anything. Nice to have met you.
Come here, you're coming with us.
What do you want?
Don't worry about it. You'll find out soon enough. Come on.
What is this?
Nice, very nice. The man we were waiting for.
Close the door.
What do you want with me?
Just some information. What were you talking to that stranger about?
Nothing at all.
You can't fool me. Come on, you weren't talking about the weather. Huh? Be a good boy.
He asked me the usual questions tourists ask, about the Etruscans, about the digs, that's all.
Hey!
That's enough.
I'm deeply indebted to you for your help.
By the way, what did our friend tell you?
That you are looking for something important. But I must tell you, in all honesty, there is nothing authentic around.
Nothing authentic.
It depends on what you mean by authentic. There are authentic fakes and fake fakes. What are you looking for?
Well, I'll let you explain the difference.
All right. The fake fakes are those which can even fool the expert eye, but fail every single laboratory test. The true fakes are the ones which can even get past the laboratory tests.
What is it you deal with?
Modesty aside, I am a master of the true fake.
I'm interested in a copy. A true fake of the laughing girl. It has to be perfect. I want to be sure it will pass the most expert test.
It's not a good choice. The piece is too well known. A collector will never go for it. He knows the real ones in the museum here.
Don't worry. I've got the client. Can we have the statue? How much are you going to want? 3,000 for a fake?
Not 3. 30. But don't let the price scare you. You pay me and have the statue examined. Whoever you want, wherever you want. Using the most sophisticated test available. If it fails the test, I'll give you back the money down to the last penny. Satisfied?
Yeah, that's reasonable. You got yourself a deal.
Good.
When can we have it?
How about first thing tomorrow morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. $30 million. You can count it.
And you can open the package.
I think we can trust each other. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
The laughing girl, how marvelous. How elegant and modern is its form. It's impossible to believe that it was 2,000 years ago that it was made. I myself examined it for Don Pietro of Roccaferro. That was many years ago.
15 to be precise.
Indeed. But how did you know that? And how have you come to possess the statue?
Professor, the gentleman here has already explained to you that he is from Lloyd's of London.
Exactly. We are the ones who insure it. The most concerned that nothing happened to it.
So what is the problem then?
I need confirmation the piece is original.
There is absolutely no doubt.
So you're confirming the opinion you gave to Lloyd's 15 years ago?
In the most categorical manner possible. Even though recently I've had to review many borderline cases between the genuine and the false.
Very interesting. What do you mean exactly?
Today, copies are made with the help of the computer, using special processes to produce, in any and every aspect, duplicates that are identical to the original. Identical even in their molecular structure.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you if it's possible that this could be an imitation.
If you have any doubts of the authenticity of the statue and wish to confirm it by laboratory analysis, we have everything needed here to carry out such a test.
Our scientific analysis can give you a 100% guarantee.
What kind of analysis?
Using carbon-14. Taking just a particle of the article in question and using pure carbon, we can pinpoint its age to 0.7%.
Let me explain. The carbon test has nothing to do with how well the statue is made, or its aesthetic value, or its market value. It only determines how many centuries old the material is from which the object is made.
Okay, I'm convinced. How long will it take?
It shouldn't be more than a couple of hours. With the computer we're using, we can complete the test quite quickly.
How exciting. What an exciting result.
The results of the carbon test leave no room for doubt. What we have here was created in the 1st century before Christ, in the golden age of Etruscan civilization and arts. You're very lucky. This little statue is of incalculable value.
And the margin of error?
We at times make mistakes, but not the carbon test.
See the one?
Hey, what is this, a holdup?
You'll have to tell us that, whether it's holdup, theft, or extortion. But for now, you're coming with us.
I could explain everything.
Yes, possibly. But you'll have to explain at headquarters.
Wait. In the meantime, you do the official certification. I'll pay you tomorrow when I come back.
You don't have to worry about that. And I'm sorry, but you must understand, we have certain obligations towards the authorities.
Never mind.
This is an outrage. A stab in the back.
Relax, or you have a heart attack.
You're the one who wants to give me a heart attack. Oh, you're gonna pay for this. You're the bastard who got me involved in this one. You got a lot of nerve, coming to see me the day before pulling a job. It's preposterous. They're sure to connect me with you. And I was up for a promotion. You know that?
May I talk, please?
You were caught red-handed. Go on, talk.
Are you convinced that I stole the prince's statue? Fine. Send someone to check up on my story. It's only an hour-and-a-half drive to Roccaferro. Your man will find the statue in its place in the museum. Right where it's always been.
Is this a trick to gain time?
No. It's only friendly advice. I don't want you ending up with egg on your face.
Yes.
Dr. Caruso?
I'm calling from the museum at the castle, like you asked.
Did anyone recognize you?
No one. They figured I was just another tourist.
The statue was where it should be.
Right where it's always been. Even double-checked with the curator. It's the real McCoy, all right.
You're sure?
100%.
All right, thank you. And remember to keep this under your hat. You were right. The original is in its place. This is just a lousy copy. You can take the stinking thing back.
You never trust me, do you?
No, you have a lot of explaining to do.
You don't need to worry. I'm not going to sue you for false arrest.
What I want to know is the real reason why you're hanging around the castle trying to break the balls of the chief of police's friend. You tell of having to check out the alarm system. It doesn't hold water, I'm afraid. Tell me everything you've done.
I haven't hid anything from you.
You son of a bitch.
Guess you couldn't get along without me.
Don't flatter yourself. Let's just try and analyze the situation.
Tell me everything from the beginning.
You concentrate on driving, I'll concentrate on thinking. I never discuss my business with you. Now then, we know there are a lot of imitations going around. So perfect that no one can say where the original is. It could be in Houston, it could be in the museum, it could be in my bag here. What do you think, Simon?
I'm just thinking about driving. I don't have any opinion.
Right. Simplest thing would be to go to the prince and say, we have serious doubt about the value of this object in question. Let's cancel a policy. And by joint accord.
Sounds good to me.
Sorry.
But if the piece is authentic, well, we come off looking like assholes. If it's the fake, the prince has the ball in his court. And then he can say the original was stolen. And then we pay 800,000 pounds.
And so?
So I have to pin down the man who was in the middle of all this, Volterra. Get him to sing at all costs. It's the only way to find if the original girl in the Castle Museum is authentic. Or if you made that too.
Car 42 to headquarters. We need a coroner's van down here at the woods right away. Over.
Can we take him down yet, Doctor?
Not quite yet, Inspector.
As you wish.
Has a positive identification been made?
Yes, according to his driver's license, his name is Volterra. He's from Tarquinia.
Fine, fine. Put it in the report.
We were first called about 8:30. Excuse me a second. What are you two doing here? This isn't some tourist attraction, you know.
We were just passing and wondered what it was that happened.
You ever hear the saying, curiosity killed the cat?
You're absolutely right, Inspector. We won't hang around here any more than we have to. Speaking of hanging around.
Suicide, pure and simple.
Case closed, I imagine.
Yeah, looks like he climbed up the tree, took the rope and looped it around his neck, pulled it tight and let himself drop.
Not my cup of tea. Well, we won't bother you anymore. Sorry for the disturbance.
No problem. Come on, you boys. What are you standing around there for? Move it. Move it.
Suicide, my foot. Volterra wasn't the type. And besides, if he'd hanged himself, that branch would have broken when he dropped. It was just too small.
Is it really Volterra?
Yeah.
Who are those other clowns standing around?
Tomb robbers.
Are you kidding?
No, people who steal artifacts from Etruscan tombs.
Terrific. Tomb robbers and hanging corpses. This place is a real horror show. Where to now?
I'll drop you off in town. Tried to find a man named Vasco. He's a tomb robber, but try and keep a low profile. I'll try checking out Volterra's friend, the one with the sport shop. Meet you at the hotel.
I knew I'd find you here.
It all seems so strange here.
The old man at the shop didn't want to tell me where you were, but I insisted. Sorry for the intrusion. I'm really sorry about Volterra. I liked him very much.
You were one of the last people to see him alive.
In reality, the last people to see him alive were the ones who killed him.
Then you don't think he committed suicide?
No, and you don't think so either.
No. But this is a town where one cannot expect justice. It's better to just forget it.
Yes, I know what you mean, Chiara, but you know a lot of things about him, and this is the reason why I'm here.
Volterra was a friend, and only a friend. I didn't know any of his secrets.
Maybe Vasco can help me. Well?
You know my name?
Yes, and I was looking for you. What can you tell me about Volterra? His relationship with the prince. If he did work for the prince. Everything is very important to me.
Volterra, in his own way, was an honest man. He never said who he was making the copies for.
I suppose this place here was the laboratory where he worked.
That man was a wizard.
The dust in this bowl came from an Etruscan tomb that was discovered over a century ago. Volterra used it to make his copies so that they would pass the time test.
Unfortunately, all this has to disappear. It's what he wanted.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stay here. I want to talk to you.
What the hell's going on here? This isn't some museum. You know, this is a hotel, not an Etruscan tomb. Are you people crazy? I said there's nothing here to take pictures of. It's just a lousy hotel, not a monument. There's nobody buried here. Save your film for something more interesting. You people are all crazy.
What is this? Did I come to the wrong place?
No. You got the right place, but you'll have to excuse the confusion. In 5.5 minutes exactly, the bus will be here to take them to the museum.
In 5.5?
Ha! You're punctual to the last second. These people are never late. Right on time, even going to the bathroom. Hey, what are you doing? You can't just walk in here and steal a ham.
I didn't find that guy.
I did.
Did you find out anything? What now?
Well, I got an idea. But if Caruso finds out, he'll kill me.
He was a genius. He could work miracles, that man.
We really have to destroy everything?
Yes. He wanted it this way. I made a solemn promise to him.
What a shame. The work of a lifetime.
Of many lifetimes, really.
はい、皆さん後ろについてきてください。こちらで切符を皆さん各自お受け取りください。どうぞ。はい。 これが修復された有名なマドンナです。写真が撮られますから皆さんどうぞお撮りください。
Good morning. Morning.
おはようございます。
This hall contains some of the most valuable and important treasures of the ancient Etruscan civilization that exist in the world. From over 1,000 years before Christ to the time of the complete disappearance of the Etruscan civilization in the 1st or 2nd century after Christ, one after another of the Etruscan capital cities were conquered by Roman soldiers of Hellenic origins. For us today, the Etruscan heritage is clothed in mystery.
この部屋にはエトルスク時代の代表的な作品が収められております。
Now we have come to the rarest and most valuable piece in the Roccaferro collection, the Laughing Girl, a small masterpiece of the 5th century attributed to the Greek sculptor Chanirus. This piece has attracted the interest of scholars from around the world, and since its recovery, it has developed a kind of cult status, especially among the young people who believe that anyone whose gaze falls on the girl will find eternal love.
皆様、これがこのロッカフェロコレクションで一番代表作である微笑む少女という名の作品です。これはギリシャ時代のタニロスという面白いのがあるんでしょう、向こうに。皆さん、こちらにあるのかな。あ、フィルム持ってきた？ちょっと階段気をつけてよ。
Now we can settle an old account.
You'll notice I'm trembling with fear, my friend.
What the hell's going on?
Somebody must have set off the alarm by accident.
Out of here! Clear out!
All right, there goes.
Search everybody!
Six, 87. It's all here. What about you?
I can't find anything missing.
We can't find anything missing.
You sure of that?
Look, I'm telling you, it's all here. Not a hair out of place.
Get him out of here. Okay. Come on. Come on. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Keep moving. Big guy's disappeared. Damn it, these assholes. If they'd have been here, I would have killed the guy. Come on. Let's go. Keep it moving.
When you said tell the truth, I almost died.
Don't get carried away. I never had so much fun.
Oh, yeah, you get all the laughs.
Aye. This young lady is going to have to answer a lot of questions. Huh?
What the hell's going on? Have you all gone crazy? The alarm went off with that guy in there, and you don't call me? Why did you let him go?
He's vanished, and there's not a damn thing we can do. You said you don't want anything that goes on in here to leak out.
Yeah. They've checked the entire inventory, and there's not a damn thing missing.
Anyway, we're insured, right?
Yeah, right. Insured?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. With Lloyd's of London. I went through his papers back at the hotel. His ticket said that he came from London. Who's this?
Big man's sidekick. They're staying at the same hotel together.
Now we can take the statue to an expert to be examined.
It's not worth it. The expert will only show that the fakes are authentic and the authentics are fakes.
So we're right back where we started. And we went through all that risk for nothing.
That's what you think. At this moment, they're discovering that we pulled a switch.
How can you be sure of that?
Well, in that room, there's a video recorder that operates automatically the moment that someone enters the room. I don't think even Vasco knows just what happens.
And so?
So the prince, hopefully, will know we pulled a switch. And from the reaction, we'll learn whether the object was a real one or a fake.
And if it's authentic, what will they do?
If it's authentic, the prince reports the theft and claims the payment from Lloyd's.
And if it's a fake?
If it's a fake, it's different. They'll figure we've discovered the secret. Anyway, put this in a real safe place for me. And wait for me. Okay?
Okay. Why don't you eat that?
Food is something to look at, not to eat. Report to Mr. Winterbottom. I've discovered the secret of the false Etruscan artifacts. The last of the great forgers, a man named Volterra, made imitations using a paste made from materials sacked from tombs, fragments, mud, metal dust. The carbon test thus determined the piece as authentic. I hope that piece isn't authentic.
Sure, it's authentic. But then, weapons do not fire by themselves.
To whom do I owe the honor?
I've come on behalf of the prince. He's very pleased with your suggestion regarding cigars. And he says the others taste like straw.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Nevertheless, he's sorry that a man like you doesn't really appreciate hunting. So he has cordially invited you to join him for a hunt tomorrow.
For a wild boar hunt?
Done in grand style, with beaters, mounted beaters. The traditional way we do it here in Roccaferro.
Well, I can't refuse such an amiable invitation. Tell the prince I'll be there.
Here's the ammunition. Enough for a massacre of wild boar.
Hi, Pietro. I'll go ahead. We'll meet at the Two Oaks, okay?
Okay.
Ciao.
Morning. Morning, everyone.
It's a nice day.
Wonderful day for hunting, huh?
Yes, it is.
Morning, Jack.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm very glad that you could make it.
Thank you for the invitation.
Tradition has it that I leave the castle on horseback. But once outside, you come with me in my jeep. One of my men will accompany you.
Thank you. Oh, I forgot. Thank you for the loan. It's a real beauty.
You'll find that it's quite accurate. Would you excuse me a moment, please? You're not very familiar with this type of hunting, hmm? There's nothing complicated about it. Just remember one thing. No matter what happens, stay up on the scaffold. Otherwise, you'll risk letting a boar sink his tusks into you.
Or getting shot by accident.
That has never happened here. You see those men on horseback there?
Yeah.
They ride around the forest and then through it in our direction. They make a lot of noise to flush out the beast, scare and force it towards us. What's important is not to fire at the boar until he's only a few meters away. And then to finish him off as soon as possible. And with the first shot. Because nothing is more dangerous than a wounded boar.
Where is my position?
Right over there.
Uh-huh.
No one knows where the boar will appear. But the beaters will do their best to make sure that it's in this area. You seem a bit nervous.
Absolutely not. I'm not the boar. You, Prince, where's your position?
What a question. With you, of course.
You mean on my scaffold?
Naturally.
I'm real glad to hear that.
I always stay with my guest.
We've looked everywhere. The statue's gone.
I was afraid of that. And the friend of his?
He's back there, in town.
We'll deal with him later. He'll tell us where the statue is.
Okay. Ha! Ya! Ya!
What are they talking about?
Don Pietro is playing his role, entertaining his host. You better make sure you get him with the first shot.
It's impossible to miss that big a target.
When the time comes, aim well. And don't blow it. If it takes a second shot, how'll anyone believe it was a hunting accident?
How many positions are there?
Half a dozen or more.
Isn't there risk of firing at each other?
My dear friend, an accident can always happen on a hunt. But here, around us, everyone knows what they're doing.
I have no doubts, especially Vasco. He knows much more than the devil himself.
In his field, yes.
What is his field? Swindling? Blackmail? Extortion?
I always suspected that you were not a tourist. Why don't you tell me who you are?
I'm a private investigator working with international Lloyds. My interest in the Laughing Girl is far from the love of art. They are a big policy holder, 800,000 pounds. I've answered you, now it's your turn to answer me. I'd better take that gun.
Don't worry. I won't kill myself. If I had the courage, I would have done it many years ago.
Listen, Don Pietro, I know you've always been a big spender. You found yourself with your property mortgaged and not a dime in your pocket. And that's when your horsemen went into action, right?
Yes. My guards were the first I owed money to. And they were well aware of my situation. From that moment on, they've had me in their hands.
Well, they're supposed to be your bodyguards. In reality, they're your prison guards.
But how did you discover all this?
I scratched around in some Etruscan tombs.
I see. You've spoken to Raskia.
Tell me something. Why they killed Volterra?
I was told it was suicide.
Absolutely not. They broke his neck and then they strung him up.
My men and the tomb robbers never got along. And Vasco hated Volterra more than anyone else. Because the perfect copies Volterra made brought down the price of the originals. And also, he was afraid he would turn us in.
Do you know something else?
Maybe Volterra tried blackmail.
That makes sense.
So it led to murder.
One murder and one attempted murder.
What do you mean?
Well, it means they want to knock me off. Before I notify the company that they've insured a forgery.
I can't believe it.
I can prove there's a plot. Look here.
But this is a blank.
This is the ammunition Vasco gave me yesterday.
I have nothing to do with this, believe me.
I'm sure of that, too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here with me as a target. surprise for them. They're not expecting live ammunition.
He's using real bullets. What the hell's going on?
I don't understand. I personally gave him blanks.
The hunt is suspended. The fun's over, guys. The prince orders you to come out unarmed with your hands up.
Come on!
They don't give up very easily. They need convincing.
In a little while, they'll start shooting again. You make a run for it. Until you get to the jeep, I'll cover you. Then you're on your own.
Nothing doing. I'm not going anywhere.
I beg you. Let me work it out with them myself.
Prince Stone's shooting at us. Did he tell us to kill the big guy?
No, he doesn't know what's going on.
That shot was meant for me.
I just got what I deserved.
You asshole. You hit the prince. We need him alive. Come on.
They're after me. I'm going to get out of here and make them follow me.
Get going. Don't lose any more time. I'll keep you covered.
You see, Don Pietro? I was right. This hunting sucks.
Thanks.
Christ, he's making a run for it. Let's go. Come on, mount up. This way.
I got you now.
You seen him around here?
No.
You've done a nice job. A real nice job. But you're a dead man. And dead men don't talk.
A hunting accident would have been a good excuse. But what will they say when they find me here?
Find you here? With all these tunnels, I could bury an army. Nobody'll find you. I'm sorry about that.
Damn it, you never arrive on time.
Better late than never. Right?
Who's speaking to you? I'm talking with my old friend Caruso behind you.
You have some nerve accusing me of being late. Within 63 minutes of the phone call of this young man, we were on the scene. And that's not good enough for you. I also sent men to take care of the prince.
How is the prince?
It doesn't look too serious.
I'm happy. Could have been a lot worse.
Professor Clementi.
What are you doing here?
This is for you.
For me? What is it?
Tape.
Okay.
Volterra gave it to me. He said he wanted you to have it. I couldn't give it to you in front of Raskia. Volterra said if something happened to him, to give it to you, and only to you.
Thanks.
Professor Clementi, I would like you to know that I come from another time, a time of life eternal and happiness without end. The Laughing Girl, the only piece I was able to keep in my possession, revealed her secrets to me. I have returned to Earth too many times, and know now that happiness does not exist. And so I am departing forever. And my little maiden, shouldn't she disappear with me? What can there be for her in a world such as this one? Don't you agree, Professor?
Some eyes are trying to tell me I'll never see another day. It's gonna be my darkest sunrise. shining rain.